Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Friendster, Princer, SoundCloud, SoundClick. This your boy Tone 202. I'm coming at you guys one more again with a wow. This is just shocking. The woman Karen Gaines was pretty much, here's a video. There's a couple videos up, but there's a video pretty much on Fox News where they're discussing both sides of her being killed the other day. But Karen Gaines said that she was a sovereign citizen, and here's another video. Here's the original video here, where they're asking Karen Gaines for her license and registration of her vehicle. I'm just gonna talk about it because it's a long video, but basically they're saying Karen is saying she's a sovereign citizen. She says the police already know who she is. She said they took her registration of her vehicle. She said she had insurance for the car and everything. There's no crime being committed. She had registration for the vehicle. They took her registration because she was fighting against the laws. Now, let me see if we can go through some of this.
Am I free to go? Is there a crime being committed?
Stay on the driver's license. You don't have a tag.
Okay, who are you?
I am calling my county police department.
Okay, so I don't participate in that.
Okay, let's stop right there. She asked the police to identify himself. For those of you who do not know the law, the police have to identify themselves in 3 different ways. This is a written law. This is the written law here in the United States. Because you people keep thinking that this woman was just crazy, and she wasn't. What she is doing is she is saying, I'm a sovereign citizen. What she is basically saying, when she's saying she's a sovereign citizen, she's telling them, for one, she knows the law here in America. See, the police have skewed the laws by just doing what they want to do, and we always think that the police are right. Now, in some cases, the citizen is wrong. I am not against the police. I am for the law. The police have taken the law and skewed the law, and we're all saying, oh, the cop is always right. The cop is not always right. She said she tells him, can you identify himself? He says he's a cop from whatever someone's department. Okay, that's fine. Let's listen to some more of this.
You are not authorized.
Let me see your driver's license, or I'll have to arrest you.
Okay, that's wrong. See, they're asking her for, they said that she doesn't have a tag on her car. Now, let's just, I can't make this too long, but let's just skip to this part right here. They said that she doesn't have a tag on her car, and this is the reason why they stopped her. She already told them, look, you guys have stopped me before. They have taken my tag. I am going to court because I'm a sovereign citizen and I refuse to have a tag on my car. Let's backtrack. Last summer, there was a young man in California. There was 2 of them, and the police surrounded their car with guns and everything because they did not have a tag on their car. And they told them that they are sovereign citizens and they do not need to have a register. Their car does not need to be registered. What the police did was very smart in that case. The police said, you're not being violent towards us. We have no issue with it. It took them an hour to do it, but they said, we have no issue with you. We're going to issue you a citation, which means you have to show up in a state court. That is the proper procedure in this case. The proper procedure is not to arrest somebody and not to take away their vehicle. The proper procedure is issue them a citation and do not take their vehicle and let them show up in court. Why? This is why. And I'm sorry if I'm a little loud, but I'm just mad because this woman's dead. And I'm not blaming it all on the police. It's not what I'm doing, but nobody really wants to talk about the facts of the Supreme Court, and this is what I'm doing. The U.S. Supreme Court and other high court citations providing that no license is necessary for normal use of an automobile or common ways. They're talking about horse and buggy, anything. They're talking about traveling on the highway, anything. The Supreme Court said this. Okay, now we got that out the way. You guys want to argue with the Supreme Court? You go right ahead. But the Supreme Court make the laws for this here, for the states and this country that we live in. Okay, so she is basically saying, so let's listen to more what she says.
And I don't know what you're going to do with the
I'm sorry. You're going to arrest me for what now?
Because I have to be able to identify. You don't have any tag
Sir, you have the something
All right,
that
I'll-
authorizes you.
See that tag? We would have. Do you know who she is?
Sir, can you identify yourself?
If I can't ID you, I'll have to arrest you. I don't understand.
Sir.
Just give me your license.
Okay, she's asking him again, the other officer, to identify yourself. This is a law. She is not outside of the law by saying, can you identify yourself? These guys are acting like she's saying something completely outside of the law, and she is not. She wants to know who it is in front of her, asking her for her information. Listen, if somebody walks up to you and says, let me see your ID, they have to prove that they are, in fact, the authorities. Let's get this straight. There are fake cops out there, and they will do you dirt. She's asking for 3 types of identification. You just saying that you're with so-and-so police department does not make you with that police department. You have to prove that you're with that police department. This is the law.
Listen, you have yet to identify yourself. At this point in time, I don't know who you are and why you're pulling me over. You are not.
Turn this car off.
Sir, can you identify yourself?
Once again,
One more time, turn the car off.
Sir, can you identify yourself?
that's illegal. That's her private property. She does not know who this man is. She asked him several times, can you identify yourself? A police officer is not above the law. She has her children in the car. They are not allowed to just go inside of your car and do what they want. She wants to know who they are. She asked several times. Listen, Fox News even bring into question whether this woman was crazy or not. And I hate you, Fox News, because you're always trying to do that to somebody when it comes to the police. This woman is asking several times, can you identify yourself? Once again, the law says a police officer has to have 3 types of identification. They have to identify themselves before they ask you for anything when they stop you for something to make sure it's a legitimate stop. If they do not do that, you do not have to recognize them as a police officer. And the only reason why you do is because they have guns and you may not, or you just don't want to get into a confrontation. But these officers are breaking the law right here, right now. And if you don't believe me, look it up.
Okay.
They take her key.
No, I'm not complying to that. Listen, I'm not complying to that. Here's I own this vehicle.
So you want to be arrested? You have a child in the backseat. I'm trying
No,
to.
I understand that.
I mean, you want me? How?
Once again,
Listen,
talking very
I
calmly.
want to be arrested. That's number one.
Then do
All
what I
I'm
asked,
asking
please. I'm
you
working
for-
with you. I showed you my police ID. I
Right.
don't have to do that, but I did it.
Yes, he does.
Sir,
That's a lie. He does have to show his police ID. You cannot walk. I can't say it enough. See, these cops, they just can't do what they want to because anybody can get into a cop uniform and they can say what the hell they want. But if they're not identified as a person who is in law enforcement, that is impersonating an officer. Tell me something. I can get in a cop uniform right now and drive down the street in an unmarked car and pull somebody over, pull out a fake gun on them and tell me, let me see your ID. Now, most of the time, guess what they're going to do? They're going to show me their ID. If I say get out the car, they're going to do what I say. Why? Not because I'm right. Not because I'm a cop. Because they're afraid of the police. This is not the way America is supposed to be.
And you don't have a tag on the vehicle.
You don't have a tag on the vehicle. She does not have to have a tag on her vehicle.
In Maryland, you have to have a registered motor vehicle to drive.
That is a lie. In Maryland, you do not have to have a registered tag on your vehicle. So says the Supreme Court. Listen, the reason why the Supreme Court said that is because all the money that comes from us having registered tags goes straight to the State Department, which goes straight to the police. That's what it's for. Now, if you're like, hey, I want the police to have new cars. I want the police to have the right equipment to police our area to do a good job. I don't have a problem with that. But what the Supreme Court is saying that it is morally wrong what they're doing because they're putting us in a state of fear because if we do not have these registered tags. See, they make us have these registered tags or they take us to court, fine us, they arrest us, and in some case, they just all out kill you for it.
So this is what we're going to do.
Okay.
And I'll explain to you.
And she is speaking very calm to them.
I'm listening. I'm all ears.
Why I don't have a tag on my car.
Okay, well, that's all you had to say that from Jump Street, and we wouldn't have this problem.
No. I'm still waiting for you to identify yourself.
Exactly.
Okay. Now,
She will not comply with them because she does not know who they are.
this is who I am. You can read that.
She's doing this out of fear.
Okay. Do you have a Maryland, or is this vehicle registered in Maryland? Do you have a license?
Listen, it was.
What? Okay.
Okay?
Yes.
Now, I'm in the middle of suing you guys
Okay.
in ECI, and they came and took my tags off of my car. My car was properly insured.
Who's ECI?
That's a Eastern Correctional Institution. Okay? I'm in the middle of actually...
Okay, I'm gonna fast forward, but as you can see, Fox News, this woman is very sound. She does have her mind together. You guys will just speak out against anybody who is going against what these police are doing, even if the cop is wrong. These cops do not know the law. You guys, you police officers are out here just bullying people who know the law. And when they stand up to you, then you get mad and you want to kill them and then go on vacation.
Nobody has presented a delegation of authority on it. He don't even know what the fuck it is.
A delegation of authority. You have to have a delegation of authority. Man, I could just go on and on. This woman knew what she was talking about.
So who the fuck are y'all? A bunch of fucking gang members plotting on a fucking woman. But whoever sent y'all is...
I'm gonna fast forward. This video.
Okay, and you better fight.
This
Never, ever back down from them.
No, we don't like that. We're your friends.
they are not your friends.
Oh, okay.
What they did.
Of you killing people for no fucking reason. People that look like his uncle, his brother, his sister, his anybody.
She's talking about the murders that the police have been doing and getting away with it because it's.
You keep recording. Oh, listen. Chill today.
Okay, so fast forward, they get her out her car. And she's holding her baby, they snatch her out her car. They did give her, this is one thing I did not like that she did. They actually told her, we'll give you a chance to take your kids and walk home. But what she was doing was standing her ground because that was her vehicle. She did everything that she was supposed to do. But they came after her. Though. For one, the ECI came after her and took her license. This woman was a regular citizen. She was doing exactly what she was supposed to do. And she had a legitimate case. Okay. Now for these lying white people.
Wow.
And let me fix that. When I say lying white people, there are lying white people and there are white people who tell the truth. There are lying black people and there are black people who tell the truth. Just like with any race. Fox News are lying white people.
Mark?
Yeah.
That
All her. Anybody who dares point the finger at law enforcement is either being intellectually dishonest or somehow really doesn't know the facts in this case.
What are the facts?
They were overly cautious. They could have shot her right away when they came in and then held back.
Okay, for one, listen at this stupid asshole. They could have shot her right away when they came in. For one, why would you just go right away and just shoot a woman who is with her 2 kids? Why? Why would you just shoot them right away? What happened to talking about it and trying to find out exactly what's going on? If it was a white woman, you think they would have said they could have just shot her right away? You need to shut up.
6 hours they waited.
So what? This is a human life. If they have to wait 16 hours, who cares?
Men, both with the words of
So now they're impatient? Now they have to kill somebody in a certain amount of time? Faggot.
to use, I will kill you, coupled with the action, not putting down this shotgun.
She has a right to defend herself in her own house. Let me tell you guys what happened. They came after her because there were 2 people in her house who had warrants, and one was the, I don't know, so-called boyfriend or whatever, and then her. She had a warrant because they gave her those tickets that she did not want to recognize. So she did not show up in court.